Many people who overdose on heroin may leave Northern Kentucky hospitals with a drug that could push them toward treatment. However, is it enough to halt the heroin epidemic that's sweeping the area, or just a ticket to get high again? 9 on Your Side's Tom McKee has been digging all day to get those answers for you. He's live with what he found. Tom.
Well, we're talking about naloxone being given to heroin overdose victims and their families when they leave St. Elizabeth emergency rooms. Many say it's a good first step, but others say much more needs to be done. And the need is there. Just look at this heroin overdose chart from the emergency rooms at St. E's for the past year. In November, there were 55 cases. In December, 123. Charlotte Wethington always carries a constant reminder of the impact of the heroin epidemic. It's a charm on her bracelet with son Casey's picture on it. He died 12 years ago of a heroin overdose.
I said I will get through losing Casey. I will never get over losing Casey.
So as the Northern Kentucky Heroin Impact Task Force discussed naloxone being available for families of overdose victims, she gave it a thumbs up.
I don't want anybody to have to suffer the devastation that we have, and there's no reason for it. This is a treatable illness.
Kentucky Governor Steve Beshear announced Tuesday the state will buy 2,000 naloxone kits, with about 1/3 of them going to St. Elizabeth healthcare emergency rooms.
The bottom line is this is one way we can save lives.
Jason Merrick of People Advocating Recovery says naloxone, or Narcan, does not lead users to becoming repeat heroin offenders.
This medication is often referred to as the enabler, right? Well, it does. It enables an individual to have a second chance, to live long enough to reach a point in their life where they can access treatment and achieve recovery.
Merrick spent over a year in treatment to kick his heroin habit before Narcan, and he's glad family members have to administer it.
It induces immediate withdrawal symptoms, very painful, very uncomfortable withdrawal symptoms.
Over at the Awareness and Discovery Group in Newport, Thomas Cox says he can see how some might consider Narcan a double-edged sword.
It saves lives. I mean, that's the purpose behind it. The problem is that it's oftentimes looked at as enabling because there's no consequences for their continued drug use. Well, the consequence, though, if you don't give it to them, is death.
Now, St. Elizabeth spokesperson Guy Carrick just told me a few minutes ago that they hope to have this program in operation in about 30 days. Meanwhile, task force members say they're going to lobby the Kentucky legislature very heavily to get meaningful bills passed to counter this, including tougher laws on people who sell drugs, and also trying to get more money for heroin treatment. Tom McKee, 9 on Your Side, live in Covington.